Welcome to a video taking a look at standard form, and here we're given a number in standard form. We're given the number 1.78 times 10 to the power of 7. Now there are some important things that we need to recognise about standard form. The first is that the number at the beginning has to be a number between 1 and 10, but not 10. And then what we are then doing is we are multiplying it by a power of 10. In this case 10 to the power of 7. And we can make all numbers using this form, and it's really good for writing really large or really small numbers. So what we might be asked to do in a GCSE exam is to write standard numbers that have been given in standard form as ordinary numbers. Now we're going to take a look at an easy technique in which we can do that. Okay, so we've got 1.38 times 10 to the power of 5. We're given a number in standard form. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to write out the number that comes at the beginning, 1.38. Then what I'm going to do with this is I'm simply going to move the decimal point by the power of 10. So the power of 10 here is 5, so I'm going to move it along by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I end up with is 1, 3, 8, and I've just moved that decimal point along 5 places. Well, what's going to go in these gaps? Zeros. And so my answer, 1.38 times 10 to the power of 5, is going to be 138,000. Okay, question B, doing the same. I'm going to write out 2.09, and then I'm going to move the decimal point along by 3 this time, because I've got a 3 there. And so what I will end up with is 209, and then I've got a gap here, so I need another 0. So my answer here would be 2090. Okay, question C, 3.15. So write out 3.15, and now for this one it's times 10 to the negative 3. Well, I'm not going to do exactly what I did for here, it's slightly different. So instead of moving my decimal point along to the right, I'm simply going to move it backwards. So if it's a negative, I move it backwards 1, 2, 3 points. So my decimal point is now there, and so my answer is going to be 0. Putting zeros in the gaps, 0, 0, 3, 1, 5. So my answer is going to be 0.00315. Question D, 4.002 times 10 to the power of negative 4. So start off again just by writing out the number that comes before the power of 10, 4.002, and now I'm moving this decimal point back again because it is negative by 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my decimal point is now going to be there. So I'm going to have 0.0004002. So my answer to this, writing this as an ordinary number, would be 0.0004002. Okay, last two. We've got 2.1892 times 10 to the power of 3. So again, I'll just write out the number, 2.1892. And now I'm going to be moving this decimal point by 3 places, 1, 2, 3, and so I get an answer of 2189. Now my decimal point is going to go after that 9, so it's going to go there, so it's 2189.2. Last one, I've got 9.909, so I write that out. And it's times 10 to the power of negative 1, so I'm moving that decimal point backwards by 1 spot, or by 1 place, and so now it is going to be there, and so what I end up with is 0, so my decimal point is now there, 0.9909, and that would be my final